versus my little critical access hospitals in rural Washington.
Okay, let's pause this. So, Miss Senator with 15 years in career politics and her nurses is all of a sudden, with her 2-year degree in arts from 1983, is a staffing expert in rural access hospitals and probably understands medicine like I understand how to fly a 787. Let's continue.
And on Facebook, what was put on was the comment about nurses playing cards.
Cards all day.
So
yeah.
the comment was kind of taken out of context.
Let's pause. So then she called and held a press conference and smiled and sat there giggling, holding her 10 decks of cards, right? Continue.
Misconstrued. I meant no offense to nurses when I said that. Again, just tried to draw that comparison. I'd be happy to come and work in a hospital with them for a while and shadow them and see their job.
It may be more than one shift.
Their job is. I know how demanding it is.
Do you now?
And again, meant no disrespect and didn't imply that they play cards. I didn't say a single nurse playing cards when I was in the hospital last year. Again.
She had a heart attack, probably from eating all those Walla Walla sweet onion sandwiches or sausages or whatever the hell she sells at the farmer's market.
In the heat of a moment, in the exhaustion of the session, I made a comment that I sincerely regret and wish that I had phrased that a little bit more eloquently, but unfortunately I didn't.
Okay, let's stop. Her donor, look at her donors. Go online and search and see who's supporting this lady. She is in the pocket of whoever contributes the most to her campaign. She has been a career politician for 15 years. Like I said, I don't think she truly understands what nurses in critical access hospitals do. That's a rural hospital, which may have a small number of beds, but guess what? When there's only a few nurses and things hit the fan, probably those nurses don't get a break. And my first video was making the second video to address a few things. Sure, I dropped a lot of F-bombs. I have a very low opinion of this lady, and I stand by what I said in my video. I just think this senator who's going to sit there and blame being tired as to why she misspoke, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Tired, you sit around listening to people speak all day, and these politicians take breaks every half hour, recess, blah, 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 sitting at a desk. She needs to come work a few 12-hour shifts, and I hope preferably she works 2 or 3 shifts, so she sees what, so if she goes there on a slow day, it's going to seem as if, they do get to play cards. And I am sending her numbers and counting cards, and you can watch my first YouTube video if you want to see what I had to say about that. I have the card here, which did have an F-bomb, and it was somewhat nasty. There were a few people who spoke out, who said, come on, this is beneath you, you're better than this, blah, 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 blah. And, I agree. But you know what? I just think that this lady who is a career politician who hasn't a clue to say something like that and to just throw on this stupidness about the breaks, about the taking away the 12-hour shift. I wish that would have been in the video. Like, hell, they come out speaking like both sides of their mouth saying they're tired. Well, let's take that away. Do you know how hard it is to get nurses to cover shifts to begin with, let alone if you split them up into three shifts a day? And this moron doesn't know that most handoffs, the majority of medical errors and bad outcomes happen during shift handoff. But she doesn't know that. She's just taking her monthly check from the donors and the insurance companies and blah, blah, blah. My anger is misdirected. It's not so much at her. The system is broken. No doubt the system is broken. The insurers are making billions and billions of profits, and yet Anthem Blue Cross took an $11 billion tax refund this year, I believe I read somewhere. But yet, they're losing money because of Obamacare. Let's not even go there and talk about Obamacare. It's not a perfect plan, but it's a start and it's something. But the insurers have been making billions and billions and billions of dollars in profit for decades. We are the richest country in the world, but yet we're the poorest when it comes to health disparities. We have the highest infant mortality rate. I could go on. I'm not even going to go there, but whatever. So anyways, about my card, I did reconsider, so I'm not going to send this lovely card with the F-bombs. I have made a new card for her, a retirement card. says, "Good for you, you're retiring." And I had to make a few little edits inside because inside it said, "Bad for us." But as you can see, I edited it to say, "Great for us." And here I put, "Congrats on your 15 years collecting a career politician's salary." And I don't know if you can see my dollar signs and my not so happy face. So, and I wrote, "May the voters send you packing on an early retirement. Shame on you. Bon voyage." That's it. So I'm going to try to transfer my old card. If you want to watch the video, it's on YouTube or my Facebook page. And be careful because there's a lot of confetti here. It's stars, I think. Or no, it's party hats. Ooh, wow. Can you believe I spent a whole $1 on that at the Dollar Tree? All right, anyways, let's mix them around. In my previous video, I mentioned putting a white powder inside it, which the powder is called nystatin. It's an antifungal powder. We use it for yeast infections and so forth. And I said for that fungus coming out of her mouth. I didn't mean to imply she had a fungus, but she's kind of like a fungus, growing at a dark, dirty place, collecting her politicians. I'm also going to enclose in my little card a letter, which is also published on my Facebook page, and I'll publish it again, which I think is very nicely written. There are no insults or slurs. I'll hold it up a little better here. Close that nice with the confetti. Ooh, that's not closing too well with this. Oh, shoot. Here's some stars. Or trees. Stars, trees, party hats. All right, there we go. Put it in a new envelope. Put my DNA on it. And, ooh. These envelopes from the Dollar Tree don't stick very well. Anyways, there we go. So it will go in with her cards once I address the envelope. Here's the nasty card that mean Nurse Eric sent, so I will tear that up. And I'm gonna show you one other thing. Nurses Week is fast approaching. So while I was at the Dollar Tree, I found a lot of neat little nursing week cards. So if you know a nurse, support a nurse, send them a card. Thank them for their service. And you know, again, as I took offense to this, I would just like to say that this is a frustrating time for me. I have been off work for the last several months because I was helping another nurse pick up a patient on the bed, and as I went to lift the head of the bed, he did not see that I was lifting the patient, and he dropped the bed as I was twisting, and it sent the weight of a 300-pound patient down my back into my spine, and now I have a herniation in my disc. So now I have been in physical therapy for 3 months. I haven't worked since December. I've been told by a doctor that it's probably likely I won't go back to the bedside, which is concerning. I do love my job as an ER nurse, but you know, so maybe that's why I'm upset at this lady, because I do know how hard my coworkers work and you know how hard the job is, but we do it because we love what we do. So I got a low battery warning here. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and please send Miss Walsh a letter, and I hope when it's time for her to be reelected that the voters turn out. I certainly will be happy to volunteer and donate to vote this senator and 15-year politician out of office. So you guys have a nice day. Thank you for watching.